Cheers.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
You think so?
subject. I think
This episode is brought to you by rollingup.com, your trusted cannabis supplier and delivery service.
Welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Got the boys back in the building. Fellas, how we living?
How we doing? How we doing?
what's up, boys?
Yeah, good, I know. What, B, Jack, Coy's here as always.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, how we living?
Good.
Everything's good, man. What's
Question of the day. Had a call. Actually, subscriber DM me.
Okay.
And this is what she had to say. I'll bring it up for context right now. And she said, she basically wants to know, she's going out on a date this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to know if she should tell the guy that she's looking for a serious relationship on the first date. Never met him, only been chatting. They agreed to go out on a date.
She's asking if
She wants to know, is it okay on the first date to let him know her intentions of looking for a serious relationship?
absolutely,
Really?
absolutely.
Really? On the first date?
On the first date, why not? I mean, that helps the guy out.
Okay. And because she wants a bunch of guys to answer this question, so I figured what better way
Right.
to have
I mean,
four
my
opinions here. We'll go with you, and then we'll
go
work around the room. Go ahead. No.
All right, so my logic is like, I mean, I've been on shit ton of dates, and you know, because you don't know what's gonna happen on the next day, and you don't know where you stand, and etc.
Yep.
So, like, I would prefer she tell me it's like, are you just trying to date, or are you dating with intention? You know, because most girls, especially out here in LA, they don't date with intention.
Okay.
They just date to date just to go on a Saturday night or Friday night.
Okay.
Like, I've had that multiple times. So to me, I would appreciate it. It's like if you just tell me out the back, it's like I'm looking for a serious relationship, or I'm just, you know, playing the field, or whatever the case. I don't think a girl would ever say I'm playing the field, but you know, if you're actually telling me that, you know, that you want to get in a serious, at least that tells me that this is what I need to decide on, right?
Right.
You know, so I don't have to have this idea in my mind. It's like, oh, you think she wants to fucking do a long-term relationship, or do you know what I mean? Like, everything, it's out in the open, so it's easier for the guy that they don't have to worry about, you know, like, oh, is she gonna go mess around with other guys or anything like that, right? If she's dating with intention, that means she's seriously looking to date you, to be in a relationship with you. So if she's willing to tell that out the back,
Yeah.
I'll be all down for it.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. First date though, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jack, come on. And you okay for it? Like, no.
For me, it's kind of hard because I think because of different generations.
Right.
I'm maybe because I was thinking from a younger generation, from us. I think that's a red flag. But for us, I'd say it's a little different. It's a little bit more red flag for us for them, because it's just something they want fast and things like that. Okay. But I think for us, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100% because we're not wasting time.
Correct. We don't have a lot of our time left.
Exactly.
Right?
So
We're
from
looking
our
for
perspective.
something.
But I think the younger generation, I believe that they would be a red flag for them.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. You know, for me, my perspective was,
Yes.
for us, for sure. But then, I guess to the younger generation, that could be a red flag, how they would look at it. Because, but then again, it all depends on where you are in your life too. Like, have you gone through many relationships? Have you not? Are you just getting into the dating scene? You know, there's a lot of variables that can play into this.
All right, Coy.
There is a lot of narratives, and generation does matter because guys our age would probably appreciate if we get everything off the bat, because we've all been on dates where we felt like, damn, that was for nothing.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't want to fucking waste another, $2,000-$3,000 on going on fucking dates when you're not serious.
Yeah. And
you see what I'm saying?
I've even had a girl text me before, like, you know what, I'm just not interested. Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
Thank you.
Like, don't play it, you know.
Let me save this $300 on dinner. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you both this. If they disclose that in the beginning, do you change your attitude on how the date is going?
Oh, you mean like if she told you right up front?
She tells you from the beginning, what is your mentality different now about how am I going to approach tonight?
I would rather she not tell me in the on conversation.
You'd rather she not tell you.
Right.
But you're okay if she tells you.
No. I'd rather, like, if she tell me during the date, that's better for me.
Okay.
Because that way I'm there and I get to, then, well, actually, let me take that back. Because if she tells me before, like, we're on the phone, then I would be like, all right, then I don't have to do this. What's the point?
On the phone. But I mean, let's say you sit down and she just says it. You're already on the date. You're already at dinner at the table, whatever.
She's like right off the back saying that.
Yeah, it kind of comes up or whatever. She shoots from the hip and she just says, hey, you know what? What are you dating for? I'm dating for something serious.
Right.
Yeah.
What goes on to your head? Do you think like, oh, man, I'm trying to get out of this now, or cool, so am I?
It depends on the answer, right? I mean, it depends
Fix your
on.
mic right here. Bring it close to your mouth.
It depends.
Go ahead. Now talk.
It depends on what her answer is, right? Like if she's wanting to date or if she's not wanting to date, if she's trying to be in a long-term relationship or not, if she's just dating around. So if she says like, I'm in for a long-term relationship, then I'll be like, all right, this is now we can move forward. Like then it matches with what I'm looking for.
Okay,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
So if I'm looking for a serious relationship as well, and then she's like, all right, now we got through that. Now let's move on to the next situation.
What about the guys that are just like, I'm just here, whatever happens, happens. Yeah. And she says that, it catches him off guard. Do you think it's like fucked up if he's like, man, I'm just trying to get
some.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to go home if I know she's not giving it up or whatever.
Yeah. No, but I mean, there's a valid point. Yeah, because I mean, if
you change your attitude based on what she's saying.
It depends on the guy. Yeah,
but if it doesn't match what she's saying,
correct. If your stone cold idea was to get laid, then she's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for a long-term relationship." You're like, "Fuck, man, what am I here for?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but you just be careful. In her situation, she might find some cats who will lie to her and just bait her in.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Do you change your attitude, or do you just go with the flow and then see what happens after?
Me,
okay.
I don't like to be an asshole, so I would go with the date and then finish it.
Yeah,
I've had that happen.
And then
before.
go from there after.
I've actually had it like it was the wrong. Like, okay, so I asked a girl out, somebody I knew, right? Mm-hmm. So, but when we're in the conversation during dinner, I mean, it was a nice restaurant, and I'm like, it was a gorgeous place.
Yeah.
So during dinner, I'm like, I was like, finally finally glad that we got on a date, and she was like, wait, this is not a date, so I was like,
oh damn.
So then right after that, I just kind of like
your perspective just changed.
Yeah, so right there, my perspective changed off her. Okay. Everything that I did, like even got her a little small gift, just from our conversations, because she said that she liked penguins, so I got like a stuffed penguin animal, things like that. That's who I am, right? So exactly. That's my way of starting off the date. Like something to let her know that I remember this conversation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said you like penguins, so this is why I got that. That's the only thing I can relate to. So right. So, but then when she said it's like this is not a date, and then I knew like, okay, this is just more of a friends having dinner kind of thing. Okay. At that point, I just went with the flow of things. Okay. I didn't like try to jump out the. Yeah. We still stuck to what we were planning to do for the night. Yeah. Went to a bar after, like an arcade bar and all that stuff. We did all that. Yeah. And then it dropped off. And like after that, did I have any intention of even reaching out to her? No.
Okay.
Like I saw her this past weekend, with other friends, and randomly, like she was with other group, and then like, we just said hi, just normal conversation, nothing more. Like
okay. All right, let's get a guy in a relationship, heavily in a relationship. Let's see. Let me bring this down a little bit. the car. Just wanted to ask her.
Hello?
Diddy, how we living?
It's good.
Not much. I'm here with the boys. Figured I'd give you a call, bring you in on the conversation. Fellas, say what's up to my boy D.
What's up, D?
D, what's going on?
Dude.
What's poppin'? What's good, you guys?
All right, man. Quick question for you. Girl hit me up, wanted to know, she's going on a first date this weekend. Should she let the guy she's going out on a first date with her intentions, letting him know that she's dating seriously for like a serious relationship? She's dating with
Should she disclose?
Should she disclose that?
That she's looking for a serious relationship?
Mm-hmm. Date one.
They're already out, right? They're already out. This is not texting him.
No. This is date
out.
one.
Okay.
They're out at dinner.
Currently.
No. They will be when she when she discloses the information. Should she do it?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I think that like the first date is about filling out the person, getting an idea. Like you need to decide whether you would even be interested in this person long term before you let them know that there's like why like you don't want to put anything out there that doesn't make any sense right now, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to scare off a person like, oh, I'm looking for long term. I'm looking for somebody to marry.
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't even know you yet. Like a dinner still doesn't know that that I know you that well, right?
Yeah.
She may decide during the day, like, you know what, he ain't really good for long term, but he might be something for now, right?
Yes.
So,
100%.
he might be something. Yeah, he might be something just until long term, finds his way over to my pocket. So, like, why disclose that? Like, if they make it to day 4, 5, 6, then you can start talking about that because in between dates you should be having long conversations. On the phone for hours, staying up till 2, 3 in the morning, over here. Those things are going to happen.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, you start having a good conversation with somebody.
100%. You lose track of time. I give you that. I give you that.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so those things will happen. You'll know whether you want to have that conversation. But coming out on day one, like, just enjoy the moment. Let's not put too much pressure on it.
Good. All right, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to let you go.
Yes,
we'll chop it up in a little bit. Hey, congratulations on that win, my guy.
Oh, yes, sir. You know it is. Got to do it again next week. Let's go.
All right, later.
All right, see.
I like what he said right there because you don't know. You could be scaring off something potential. Why not just let it feel out the first date? You can always tell him after, hey, look, I'm looking for something long term. I don't think you are.
Yeah. I
don't think we can match. And you don't have to go. The first date, you're already there anyway. So it's like you don't have to go on the second one.
You don't.
Yeah. All right. Let's get a girl.
Hello?
Em, what up? How we doing?
Well, hanging in there. How about you?
All right, I'll take it. I'm good. I'm here with the boys. I got B, Jack, and Coy. Fellas, say what's up to Em.
Em, what's up?
How you doing, Em?
What's up, guys?
Okay, so this is actually the perfect question for you. You know what?
Okay.
Because of the fact that I'm going back to, everything we've always talked about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even stuff your father said about when he met your mom. He said, I'm going to marry that girl on the first time he set eyes on her. And then they've been married for how long?
40 years.
40 years. Married for 40 years after the first look. So, and coincidentally, you said the same thing. And, boom, here we are. I want to ask you this. There's a girl that DM'd me. And she said she's going out on a date. And she wants to know if she should let the guy know her intentions on date one at dinner, like letting him know that she's here to date for a serious relationship.
Yeah, I think you should be straightforward about your intentions.
Even on date one?
I wouldn't tell him that she thinks she's going to marry him on the first date. Like, I wouldn't suggest that. Like, if you remember, after my first date with my husband, I called you and I was like, hey, I'm going to marry this guy, know it.
And sure enough, a couple months ago, me and Coy were there.
Throughout my wedding. But I didn't tell him that until my wedding day.
He's like, oh no.
So
Is there anybody who objects?
I think you should be intentional. Like,
Okay.
I think that if you be straightforward on the fact that, like, hey, look, I'm not looking for anything casual. I'm dating with intention. So if that's what you're looking for, then I would rather not waste my time. I think that's perfectly appropriate.
Okay.
Do you think that could scare off a guy, though? That could potentially be something later on down there?
If a guy is afraid of that, then it's not it. Like, you know, like, does it happen naturally sometimes that you meet someone who's maybe not looking, and yeah, that happens. But I think if you're not honest, then you're not doing yourself any favors. Because then you get
Facts. Go ahead.
You get into those situations where you're unsure. You're like, well, you know, we start dating now. It's kind of casual, but I don't know how to bring it back. And then that gets weird because you've been okay with it. So all of a sudden changing your mind, you look like the crazy one. I think if you're just honest with yourself and that person from the beginning, then you avoid a lot of those things. And I think for me, like, I was doing the online dating thing, right? Like, I was using dating apps a lot. And that conversation was almost always had before we even went out.
Yeah.
Because I think you get that chance, right? You start texting, you start to get to know someone, you start talking on the phone a little bit before you even go on a date. So I think that you have an advantage there a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think honesty is probably the best policy in these types of situations.
The dating site is another thing because usually they'll put looking for a long-term relationship.
Yeah, looking for long-term.
You know, so you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Just here to party.
In theory, but I feel like a lot of people put like unsure because they don't want to look quote unquote crazy.
Or desperate.
Like a lot of women for sure are like, oh, I don't want to put them out here for marriage because that looks exactly desperate or crazy.
Yeah, but let me explain. All my friends, the last weddings I've ever been to was because of dating apps.
Yeah, because that's the new normal.
Yeah.
You know, people always are like, oh, to meet someone the normal way. Well, that's the normal way now. COVID changed that for all of us.
Yeah. Well, facts.
And social media, obviously. But the combination of those two things, like our generation meeting, like, quote unquote, normally the old fashioned way isn't really what people do anymore.
Damn.
Especially if you're busy and you have a job or a career or a family. Like, if you're dating with kids, when do you have time to go out to the bar?
Yeah. That's true. Huh.
You know, the gym is probably your next best bet.
Or Target or Trader Joe's, Whole Foods.
Home Depot.
No, you're right. You're right. I like that answer. I didn't think about that, but no, you're 100% right. Damn. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to come on strong with it, but I think just being very straightforward and just like, you know, I'm not looking for something casual. I'm not saying that this has to lead to marriage tomorrow, but I don't want to be somebody's booty call. I don't want to be somebody that you're calling because you're bored on the weekend. Like, I think that's perfectly okay. That's self-respect. That's being honest with yourself and that person.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that. Okay.
And I think it's respectful to the person too. Is, you know what? Maybe he doesn't want that, and now you were setting both of you guys up for failure.
Yeah.
And him feeling guilty because he wasn't looking for that, but you let that on, or you at least gave that impression by not being honest.
Yeah.
So it's really not fair to anybody.
Yeah, no, it's facts. All right. I appreciate that, Em. Yeah. You've left a lot of us speechless, and we appreciate that. We'll take that.
No, not me.
I know. Right. We're going to let you go. I appreciate you. Thank you, Em.
Thank you, Em.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too. Right. Later.
What would you guys say if the girl said that to you off the bat? Right.
I think everybody should be dating with intention. In my personal opinion, like if you're just trying to go out and hang out and if you're dating for the look, I guess, or if you're going out to dinner for the look, there's plenty of girls that are looking for no. See, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Shit. All right, fuck it. There are plenty of girls that are out here looking for a free meal.
Yeah.
So,
Trust me, I know.
I'm just saying.
Probably spent about $10,000 on the last 2-3 years.
But so there's.
But from the caller or the IG, right? I think she's coming from a good intention.
Oh, 100%,
not those selfish intentions.
No, she said she wants to be in a serious relationship.
I'm saying, what do you, you're right in front of a girl.
Yeah.
You sit down and the conversation comes. I'm dating to look for a relationship. How do you feel about it? What if she asked you right on the spot?
I think there's two ways. I believe there's either the dog in me,
DAWG,
or the gentleman in me.
100%,
depending on the situation.
100%.
Because if I feel she's beautiful and everything else, she's always like that. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna be the.
But see, every guy will treat every girl like number one when she's right in front of them too.
Correct.
So I'll play devil's advocate and say that, hey dog, you'll say whatever you want. She wants you to say in order to.
That's why I'm asking you guys. What would you say? Me, I'd be like, yeah. I mean, everybody's looking for somebody. Yeah? Everybody's looking. At the end of the day, the end goal. At the end of the day, my goal is to end up with somebody too. So it's like. Anyways, what's our appetizer?
No, so I would, what? Honestly, like I always tell people, I was like, dang, I feel like in the first date if y'all click or not.
Yes.
And I think there should be a rule at the end. Mm-hmm. You guys should be okay with being okay that one of each other is not interested in the other.
Sure.
Honestly, would you hate to be with someone that's dating you and living a lie, saying, well, he meets all my other needs like financial security and a home and good credit. She didn't say you were fun to be around. You make her laugh. You're sexy. You do all these other things. Mm-hmm. She just talked about her well-being. Would you want a girl to be with you for her well-being, or would you want a girl to be with you because she wants to be with you?
I mean... Well, it depends. I mean, there's some guys out there that they're willing to be dogs, and they'd be like, you know what, yeah, baby, I do want this and this, and all of a sudden, I was just doing it.
That's why there's some girls that date with the intentions for security, rather than love.
Correct,
and that's okay. But I mean, would you want that to be the understanding, though? Would you want her to be honest in that?
I say it depends on the man. If the man wants her to feel secure, okay, or for love, then that depends on, because now she gave him the ball.
Yeah, 100%.
Now it's on the male to decide. All right, now I want.
And not only that, the guy should know. The guy should know what her intentions are too.
I mean, now with her being straightforward, I mean,
cats
she
out
probably
there
know that without her being straightforward too.
But it's a dangerous world out there.
Yes.
Some people said all that's out there is Casamigos and hookah. Okay. It's just one or the other. Let's get Let's get one more guy.
But to go back on your answer, I think if haven't seen pictures here, and she's one of those that wears a lot of makeup, and she's not that one in the same, I would, the dog's coming at him, because I ain't gonna deal with this noise. And she
hello.
Yeah.
CJ, my guy, how we living?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm here with the fellas tonight. I got B, my boy Jack. I got Coy here. Fellas, say what's up to CJ.
CJ, what's up, bro?
CJ.
What's good, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good.
Not much. You the R&B aficionado. I figured we would ask you. A girl hit me in my DM, said she's going out on a date and wants to know if she should let the guy that she's about to go on the first date with, should she tell him straight up that she's looking for a serious relationship on date one? Honesty is the best policy. What happened?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I think it's not terrible information to give.
Huh?
I don't think it's terrible information to give, but I do feel like she could go on the date and she could kind of feel the space too. Like if she can kind of tell that he's not really like super serious, then she doesn't even need to mention it. She can just chalk it up as like, okay, I went on a date and I don't even need to waste my time with telling him my intentions.
Got it. Yep. So you would say near the end.
Yeah, well, I would say obviously you get on the date and you kind of feel it out, see how it's going. If he, piques your interest, like, okay, maybe I could, then you let him know, like, hey, this is my intention. Where's your head at with it? But if he's not even like your type, or you feel like, nah, I couldn't see myself even like going down that road, and then there's no point even bringing it up, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I feel like nothing changes though, whether she says or not. She's still gonna finish the date with the guy. Yeah, but she might not know
where
he's at by saying that in the beginning.
I mean, facial expressions, body posture, a lot of things. A lot of telltale signs after she.
But again, like nothing changes if she completes the date though.
No,
like maybe it gets better at the end, and you know what, this guy, I kind of like this guy.
I mean, yeah.
But if you tell it in the beginning, there's a good chance he might totally change his behavior, or 100%. Maybe be rude and walk out or whatever.
100%.
Then it's like,
I agree. I don't think you should tell in the beginning. I think you should definitely feel it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just, hi, my name is. Hey, I'm looking. I mean, you could if you want to get straight to the. But I feel like if you're gonna be like that up front, when y'all are communicating to set up the date, you should just say it at that point before y'all even come out the house, you know?
No, 100%. Like, hey, look, I'm really looking to get into a relationship, so I don't want to waste your time. I think that's what, you know.
Yeah, that conversation should happen on the phone.
And I think it normally does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only way you're going to get an idea if you want to ask her on a date, right? I mean, the guy's not going to be like, oh, let's just go out on a date just so I can spend some fucking money on you, and then you fucking bounce. I'd rather fucking do that with my best friends. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather buy all my boys some fucking dinner for $300 and have a good ass time, and not have to worry about on the drive back. Be like, what the fuck was I just? What the fuck was that about?
We've all been on that drive home. Guys, come on now.
Did I just spend $400 on this fucking dinner for nothing? You know what I'm saying?
We all been on.
Because look, dinners ain't cheap nowadays, right? It ain't $80.
We've all put our seatbelt on. Click. Damn. It takes a few minutes before you turn on the radio.
You're right, because we sit in the car for a minute. We be like, what the fuck was that?
You're like halfway on before you even turn on the radio. Like, all right, I should turn this on so I can distract myself.
You're just like looking into the red light. Yeah, you're just like the longest time.
We all done dropped the bag sometimes. You just sit back and just like,
tell me we lie. Tell me we lie.
You sit at the green. The light turns green. You're still sitting at the green light.
You're still sitting at the green light.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck, did I really do that?
Yeah, exactly. I swear to God, on that date, that's how I felt. I was in the car. I was like, fuck was that?
I'm going to call my credit card company and tell them it was fraud.
Committed fraud.
It's like, this white chick stole my credit card.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dang, I you know what? Maybe I feel like maybe guys should have that conversation too before the date. Hey, what are you looking for?
Does it matter? Yeah. Does it matter what she says? If she's down to go out, what do you think you're gonna say?
Yeah, if she says it's like, yeah, I'm down. I'm looking for something. And then you go there and they're like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Damn.
You just playing the field at this point. You're trying to get a date for the Saturday night because you're trying to look hot with the
100%.
What was the arm candy, and then go to a bar. Have you buy all the fucking drinks and be done with. End of the night.
And then that's the end of the night. Yep.
End of the night, you just stuck with a big ass bill, and that's it. Shit.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, now let me ask you this. Would you rather just be comfortable going out by yourself then?
Fuck yeah.
At that point, yeah.
I'm good at it now.
Yeah, man.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
The last 4 years, I've been good at it. So.
The bill's always 50% off.
The bill's 50% off, exactly. I get the tip 50% off. I get to eat 50% off.
My food doesn't get touched.
Yeah. You get to take home half for to go.
Half off on drinks.
Man. Lunch for tomorrow.
Lunch for tomorrow.
Talk to any girl you want at the lunch for tomorrow. Damn.
Lunch for tomorrow.
It's like that, huh? Damn.
Yeah.
That's funny as heck.
It's a cold game out here right now, huh?
Yeah.
Drive home is tough. A lot more pleasant.
For real.
It's like one of my buddies was like, man, it's like my girl, I fucked up with my girl, and I was like, she broke up with me. I was like, you better go get her back. It ain't good out here, bro. It's dry out here.
It's lonely in the streets.
It's lonely out here, bro.
Told you, Casamigos and hookah smoke, boy.
I was like, you better get that girl back.
Man, see that just brings up another subject too. I'm gonna leave that for later. But hey, man, I'm gonna let you go, CJ. I got something coming to you in the mail this week, man. I appreciate you, my boy.
I appreciate you, brother.
When the new music dropping?
Oh, like another month or so. I'm just, I'm
see, my
finishing
boy
up
Tap
in the
dancing
studio.
right now. Okay, I saw you drop the post. I saw that
for Valentine's Day
right,
next
man.
month.
Yeah,
there you go.
Okay,
There you go. I see you.
Okay, I see.
Slight.
Hey, man, tell them where they can find you, man.
CJ Pitts Music, all platforms. Tap in with me.
All right, man. I appreciate you, my boy.
Later, CJ. Thank you.
All right, y'all be smooth. Yeah, have a good one.
Peace.
Damn, man. Hate to say it, but I agree. Let's get out of here. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message, boys. We are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour? Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
think so?
This episode is brought to you by rollingup.com, your trusted cannabis supplier and delivery service.